A wee bit. I remember playing ping pong with Madison, Bethany and Craig. That was fun.
Yeah, it was tough. I got bullied.
Yeah, I literally was almost sobbing because I was so scared.
My first day of S1, one of my friends jumped on my back and got detention, which I found was quite funny, but I was also quite scared at the same time.
I remember Craig Stevens puking in the tea hall. That's all I remember from my first day.
I think the first thing that I remember was just how big the school was. I don't remember much, but I do remember it was a very, very hectic day.
I did a little bit, not much.
Did you get bullied?
I did.
Yeah.
Oh, planting vegetables at the vegetable planter. I don't know, the farm.
I do. It was me and Taylor went down to Fraser Avenue and had a Stevens, it like popped open and all his snake brainy went down, so.
I remember being in like the assembly hall and like us all lining up in like this one line and then it just being really awkward.
Okay, yeah, so my first day of S1, I showed up and they were talking about throwing poo at a wall.
Yes, I just got my braces on that day.
I remember sitting in the hall and the prefects were discussing when you were at the toilet how cute you were.
Me?
Yeah.
Don't be so hard on yourself because it's just high school. It's not going to be the end of the world if something goes wrong. So
Mine would be to work harder and put more focus into school, despite like things are happening in my everyday life.
Just because someone's a doctor doesn't mean they're always going to be right.
The Nat 5s don't actually matter that much.
Yeah, Nat 5s.
I stressed so much and now I take it because it's not a stressful subject.
Yeah. Take any opportunity you can, keep your head up, be kind to people because you don't know what they're going through. But be kind to you.
Yeah.
Stop wearing a headband.
Let your hair grow out, love. Like, please.
Don't be so shy.
Pay attention more in class.
Yeah.
To not stress about the little things.
Do what makes you happy and keep working hard because it pays off.
Just don't worry about what other people think about you so much, I guess.
Don't put so much pressure on yourself, I think.
Yeah.
And don't care so much what you look like.
Failing tests doesn't matter.
Yes. Don't be scared to be yourself. Keep going. Don't let anything that people say to you like get to you all that much because the people that will really like treat you that bad, they will end up leaving. You'll end up having a really good high school experience. So yeah, just keep going.
Go to class.
Sleep is for those who are broke.
Very good. Just go with it. Just go with it. Have fun.
Be more confident.
It's not as bad as you think.
Just because you're making new friends doesn't mean you need to lose your old ones. And fix your hair.
I would also say talk to more people.
Revise more.
Well, it's not really funny, but it was last year when we were supposed to have study leave. We sat out in the grass and we had ice cream and hot Cheetos. And
Hot Cheetos.
we ate strawberry ice cream with the hot Cheetos. That's really good.
Oh my god.
a bit controversial, but Duke of Edinburgh was a good memory. So yeah. As much as I hated it when I was doing it, it was fun to look back on.
Louis in the gazebo.
Louis in the gazebo, Louis with the flamethrower.
The way you were using it was the flamethrower.
I would do my creme brulees.
The battery blowing up. The battery's blowing up.
When we shut off the school's electricity.
It has to be Reese Brown turning off the school's power.
No,
it's hard to beat that.
When Reese Brown turned off all the school electricity.
When Reese Brown blew up a battery down next to Drama.
My S3 geography trip to Kearney Fruit Farm. It's good.
Yeah, and actually when I came back after my knee, I came back and I got sent out. I had to hobble out.
Art Tig. We used to play Tig and Art. That was funny.
Bus journeys down to Stratford and coming back from Stratford, but they were really fun.
Yeah, when Mr. Luke sang "Crushed by an Elephant."
Yeah, that was
My first basketball trip, Mr. Sykes reversed the minibus into the fence down outside of Techie, and that's why it's dented.
We crawled into a classroom.
Yeah, we like.
And then got caught on the floor.
We thought it was just like Roslyn and stuff in the classroom, so we like crawled in, and then chairs when the teacher was like, "Who is that? Can you please stand up?"
Oh, okay. In social studies, we made an animal testing video for like I don't even know what it was for. It was actually quite good. It had like bloopers in it and stuff. It was quite good.
Belgium, the Belgian trip, that was quite fun. It was really embarrassing. Fraser actually got very bad diarrhea. It was really embarrassing. It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
Oh, I bent my phone once and had to like fish it out with all the people in D hall.
My skills class.
Oh yeah, that's enough to say actually. My skills
that's
class.
PE when I was, what was it? We were pink rounders and then we were all terrified to do it.
They never said I could run, they had something.
Yes, they were like, Isla, you need to do it because we've never seen her run before. So I started running and
I slipped on the first one.
It was because you landed like flat on your face when you didn't get off.
So she'd lay like on the grass for like a minute straight, just like flat face down in the mud. And like we were all laughing at her and then she gets up and pretends nothing happened. Probably Miss Gilmore's English. I got like a, what do you call them? A stress ball. It was like a banana and then it stuck to the wall. And Mr. Conley came in and was like, and then he was like, I'm not even gonna ask, and then walked right back out. And then Miss Gilmore came in and she didn't notice at the time. And then it was a good 5 minutes, just like, because we were all like trying not to laugh. And then she was like, you're all up to something, like, what are you typing? And then her eyes just dropped on the wall. She was like, what is that on my wall? And it's just this droopy banana.
In S4, when we went to the music festival with the choir, and we went up on stage in front of all of the other schools in Fyffe, and we butchered Shop and Dance. So all we could do was just make up a dance and dance on stage in front of all the other like really good choirs.
I had no friends left in school.
So she just chose me.
So I just migrated into their friend group because all my friends left.
She sat with us one day.
I didn't meet each other. I met Sam first, I think.
Yeah, and I was in a Reggie class.
I don't remember when you came into my life.
I met this voluptuous man at the start of high school.
You went
the best day ever.
Best day ever.
You made it really
good.
I remember meeting Emma because we were friends in primary and then we got to know each other very well over the holidays for going up to high school and we've been friends since.
We played Just Dance together.
We did play Just Dance, yeah.
And you just randomly talked to me at one point and then you mingled in with our group.
So I met Ruben because I showed him around when he first came to the school. And then met Alex in biology in S3 because I was at a table with him and Ian.
Yeah.
And then Charlie, first met him when we went to the rugby at the school with Adam Harper and Sean Mitchell.
Sally.
I don't remember meeting anyone.
I feel like we met Anya because she was friends with like Jenna and stuff.
Yeah, I think
like her practical group and stuff.
Savannah was like sitting by herself. I remember that.
I came from a different schools.
Yeah, and my teacher, Miss Dunlop, was like, go be friends with her. So I like went over to her, and then I guess I'm friends with her.
don't know.
Fraser and me,
Primary
we're,
school.
we're close.
I've known Fraser for a while, ages actually.
That's right, I've
Football.
For
Angus kind of, we had our own group and then Angus was kind of invited.
Fate.
Yeah, pure fate.
Yeah. God stared down the camera.
God planned it.
Yeah.
I met Abigail because I bullied her in primary one.
Yeah, it was P1. We met Amy in P7 at the, because we sat next to each other and I spoke too much.
So we got kept.
So we got kept in, yeah. And then we met Holly, sadly, at, gladly, at, in the induction weeks.
I don't know if we can say that.
Through friends, basically. Through friends from school. Through friends at school.
Sally.
We met when we were babies, but my first memory of Joanna is her teaching me how to say yellow.
Say the word yellow.
Yeah, because I couldn't say it.
And we met Iona in P1. We didn't get on at first, but now we do.
Last year's chemistry was funny.
Photography.
S2 German.
S4 English or Mr. Conman.
S3 drama, that was pretty good. That was a good group.
Mrs. Whiteley's class.
S2 Mrs. Dinsmore's like English, and she had her Halloween decoration like year round.
I really like RE because I've made a lot of new friends.
Math. Just
Advanced
with Miss
drama.
Greenslade.
Any Moddy's class.
Any of my S4 classes, because they were all fun. Any class with my friends.
Probably music. Maths because I have Jacob.
Probably say GraphCon because modelling and sketching is just too fun. Probably photography because it's a lot more relaxed than the other subjects.
Yeah, maths and Mr. Math.
Because I don't even take maths anymore. Just like the DET subjects.
Probably Miss McLean's drama class.
Travel and tourism because it's chill.
Advanced drama. It's just so funny.
Ditto. Also, Spanish for beginners is really nice.
My favourite class is P, because I like doing P.
GraphCom last year as well, I was in the same class as Andrew, so.
Probably P, because it's not even really a class, it's just pretty relaxed.
Drama S4 was a good class. I don't have a favourite this year though.
MPA drama, I think.
Advanced Higher English, probably.
Oh, I think my favourite class is definitely drama.
S3 French or Mr. Witherspoon, or Nat 5 History. Because it was just fun.
Nat 5 French.
Yeah, Nat 5 French.
Mr. Gilchrist has got to be up there.
Ooh.
Exhilarating.
PE core for the Brexit derby.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Coming up. Well, if you want to have a watch.
Yeah, we'll be out there in about half an hour.
Woodwork and Boogie.
DM right now.
Mine was higher biology. My higher Maltese class.
And Nat 5 Cake Craft.
Oh yeah, that was good.
It's a competition between Miss McGrath and Miss Gills. It's Miss Gills.
He doesn't go to anything. History and S3.
Probably our practical science
Yeah,
classes. S4 maths. So funny.
And why? Just because it's funny?
Yeah, so good. Higher RE last year.
I just like French, Spanish. It's very good.
Miss Renfrew's third year history. That was a good one. English with Miss Gilmore. That was pretty funny. Good people in that one. Advanced higher drama.
Advanced higher drama.
Probably any French ones.
Oh, easy, Mr. Carter. 100%.
Definitely
Mr. Conlan.
Niall Conlan.
Mrs. Wiley.
I love Miss Lisbona. She's really nice.
Miss Harper. Miss Duncan, probably.
Mr. Simpson.
Miss McLean again, the drama teacher.
Miss Duncan, she let me do nothing.
Craig McCann. Mr. McCann. Craig.
Miss Lisbona and Miss Russell.
Yeah, mine is either Mr. Connor or Miss Russell.
Miss Wiley, she really cared for us and genuinely supportive throughout the year, which was quite nice.
My favourite teacher is Mr. Henderson, because I just relate to him a lot.
Mr. Carter, sweetest old man ever.
And Miss Harper was pretty sound.
Mr. Wilson.
Miss Duncan.
I've got to say Miss Darling. She's been there for me since the very, very first day of school, and I don't think I would have as good as a high school experience that I have had without her.
I'm Mr. Connor and Dr. Perry. Mr. Witherspoon.
Mr. Witherspoon.
Mr. Witherspoon.
Are we Dr. Perry?
Yeah, Mr. Witherspoon.
Miss McAllister.
Miss McGee.
Oh, no, she's a trait now. She's a trait.
I like Mr. Wilson, but I only had it once, but he's actually very funny.
Mrs. Donnelly. Miss Harper.
Mr. Gilchrist.
Mr. Gilchrist. Or Miss Dempster.
Miss Duff. Maybe Mrs. Donnelly.
Oh, Miss Dempster. Mr. Connor.
Miss Gilbert.
Now Miss McGee is like one of my.
Oh,
yeah.
You used to like that English teacher that left.
Miss Sharp. Oh my god, yeah, Miss Sharp.
Miss Mackenzie.
Mrs. Newton.
Mrs. Newton. Mrs. Crange isn't a teacher, but she's just.
She's an absolute G.
Yeah.
I love Mrs. Cranage.
So is Miss Gilmore. She's.
Yeah. Miss Cranage, Miss Gilmore. And I think Mrs. Square's another good one.
Miss Greenslade. Miss
Mr. Mackey.
Miss Harper.
Mr. Mackey's my best friend. Mr. Connor, Miss Greenslade, Miss McGee,
Harper.
Miss Dempster, Miss Russell, Mr. Miller, all of them.
Mr. Mackey.
Mr. Mackey.
Mr. Mackey.
Yeah, Mr.
Mr. Mackey. Stop.
Mr. Mackey.
Mr. Mackey.
Mr. Mackey.
Mr. Mackey.
Mr. Mackey. Mr. Mackey.
Mr. Mackey.
Mr. Mackey.
Mr. Mackey.
Oh yes,
Mackey.
Mr. Mackey.
Come on now. Mr. Mackey. Or Mr. Connor.
Mr. Connor, yeah.
Mr. Connor.
Mr. Mackey.
Mr. Mackey. And I'd say Miss Russell as well.
Miss Russell.
Oh, and Miss McAllister. There's so many. There's loads of them.
Oh, maybe Miss Greenwood. Miss Greenwood. Jesus Christ.
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright, and for the first time in a long time I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays. Way back a year ago. I'm not falling. I'll push all my chips and call all in. I'll bet on myself, you keep stalling. I hear destiny and it's calling. I'll keep my head up high through the downs and lows. And we're all going live, still nobody knows. But I'ma choose what's right and take what comes and goes. And ain't no one in life holding me back no more. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays. Way back a year ago.
From experience, the thing I would say to you all is that you need to be true to yourselves. Don't try and think you have to be something that you're not. I think with me personally, I've found that by being myself, I've been more successful than trying to be somebody else, or people saying you have to be a particular way to be successful. So I think that would be my piece of advice, that always be true to yourself, always be honest with yourself, and try and be kind, and try and be humble.
I would say that the first few years out of school are a time that you should be having fun. You can do whatever you want to do. You're not tied down with responsibilities or having to pay bills, and you can make mistakes. And it's not that the big a deal. It's not the end of the world if you go to university and you choose to do something and then you get there and you think I hate it, or you don't go to university and you get a job and you don't like that and you want to go and do something else later on. Now's your time to just try things and find out who you want to be.
Very simple phrase, pessimism of the intellect, optimism of the will. And whatever steps you take in a journey, remember that the journey itself is the reward, it's not the goal. And every step you take, there may be challenges that you face, there may be opportunities as well as problems, but take advantage of them. And no matter how dark it gets, remember that you should focus on the light at the end of the tunnel rather than the darkness before it. And whatever situation you face yourself in, it gets better. Trust yourself.
So I would say you need to make sure that you meet new people, go and experience new things, go and join clubs, and break out of just what you're used to. Go and try new things and just be different, and don't be afraid to be different as well.
I would say that it doesn't matter if you're not 100% certain on what it is that you want to do yet. Don't feel pressured into having a plan just maybe if everybody else around you does, and that there's plenty of time to decide a little bit later if you want to change your careers or decide you do want to go to university and you don't want to just now or whatever, that it's okay, there's plenty of time to still do that.
My advice is a bit more fun actually, is if you go into higher education, you have to use your student loan to travel as much as possible, and even if not, use the time as much as possible to see as many different places.
Say yes to things. Just say yes to things, not to dangerous things, but to things that are risks, positive risks, exciting things that you don't feel certain about. I think just do it all, because eventually you'll all have lives in the whatever traditional sense that is, and responsibilities, and it's harder to say yes when you have those things and you want to say yes. Say yes now. Say yes to everything and everyone, and just have fun. That's it, really, truly.
My advice would be that don't feel like you have to leave school and stick with what you've told everyone you'll do. I think try different things, and just however old you get, evolve, and just feel that you can change. And I think try and please yourself, and don't think about worrying how to please others. That'd be my advice.
Goodness.
Thank you, miss. Yours is good too.
So I think the biggest bit of advice that we could give is, no matter how bad it gets and how limited your options are, Don't become a teacher.
Ever. And practice gesticulating as much as Mr. White.
Practice gesticulation and always invest in sweater vests.
This isn't advice, but some of them might be choose.
Don't!
That's what the advice is for.
I remember what a teacher says to me, which was like, if you want to play hard, you have to work hard.
And then keep your feet on the ground and keep reaching for the stars.
Is that a nice couple
Be very
Is that enough then?
I would certainly say to them that it is a big, huge world out there. Make the most of it and travel. Do as much travelling as you possibly can. And I know that's difficult in the circumstances we're in at the moment, but do see as much of the world as you can. Keep in touch with some friends from school. You'll find that over the years that will dwindle, but you will have a core 3 or 4 friends that you will always be friendly with from school, and that's important to always have that. The other thing I would say is be kind. It costs nothing to be kind. Just be yourself and be kind to other people because you would want them to be like that with you.
Never forget your school years. Okay, it's one of the most important times of your life where you've made friendships which 10, 20 years later there will still be somebody that you're friends with that you're at school with. But whatever you do decide to go on and do, be happy. Do what you want to do and go with that.
Okay, so the first advice I'm going to give you is believe in yourself. You've got the answers inside yourself, you know, so listen to that voice inside yourself. And the second piece of advice I'm going to give is questions. Keep asking questions. Every great change, new friendship, opportunity that comes along starts with a little what if or how about or how can I. So keep on asking questions and see where they take you.
For me, travel. Just travel for a year, take a gap year, enjoy, then go to university. And you, Miss Nori?
Me, that who you are in high school doesn't determine who you're going to be, would be my advice. And also learn French.
And learn Spanish. And German.
I would say the things that I've been told as always treat people kindly and to love justice as well and a bit of mercy in there and also be humble as well.
Advice to people who are leaving, I would also always say be very true to yourself and always put forward the best version of you that there is and be all you can be, and remember at all times, whatever happens in your life, it's always nice to be nice.
My advice would be, it's okay to fail. You will, that sounds really negative, but it is okay to fail. It's what you do with that failure and how you get back up from it. That's what will make you stronger as a person. And it's okay to change your path. You might go to university, college, and then decide, oh, this isn't what I want to do. That's also okay. So it's okay to change your goals, it's okay to change your path, it's okay to fail. Also, don't drink too much. That's my advice.
I would say, I guess it's going to sound a total cliche, but just surround yourself with as many good people as possible and just try and find fun in like the stuff you do. That is it, it's quite simple. And keep your hair as long as you can. Hold on to your hair.
For me, I would say go and enjoy life. You get one shot at it. You may as well go and do stuff that you enjoy doing. As other people will inevitably have said, the stuff that you don't like, or you do something, you start something, you don't enjoy it, change it. Okay? You got a whole long life ahead of you, so you may as well, from the way I see it, you may as well do the things you enjoy doing. If that means changing things, taking risks, trying things. And for me, one of the key things I would really say, travel. Go and see as much of the world as you possibly can, because you get to our age, you've got responsibilities. You're older. You get to the point in life where you've got responsibilities, and when you're young, you don't have that, so go and enjoy it.
And how do you feel about being some of the favourite teachers in the school?
That's a shocker to throw out there, that is shocking. I can't speak on Mr. Corner's behalf. For me, I think it's great to hear, it's lovely feedback, but there's so many great teachers here. And I guess for me it's just nice that like that gets recognised as well. So thank you very much, much appreciated. You guys are a great year group to work with.
I think I would say much the same, to be honest. It is an absolute privilege to get to teach you guys. We get to do it every day of our lives. We'll be in it for a long time, and I think it is something that's really a unique opportunity for us to be able to do, to hopefully impart some stuff on you that you take away and think, I remember that. Or even when you're 26, 27 or 46 and you're sitting in the pub together, you can reminisce about days gone by, and your school days, believe it or not, are some of the best days of your life.
And now you have to
That's what we
promise
do.
to never leave Inverkeithing.
You guys are leaving, so why can't we?
Cut on that.
I would say that since you guys have managed to survive 6 years, 2 of which have been in a pandemic, that you guys should be giving us the advice. I feel that you guys have definitely surpassed all our expectations when it comes to what you've been able to achieve against all odds. Having various ways to get around the obstacles that were put in your way, your problem solving skills have been excellent. I should say that I've never worked with senior school before, and I have really enjoyed working with you guys. And every other year to come, hopefully that I'll still get to work with. I've got quite a hard act to follow, but certainly for the future, I don't think you guys need our help. I think you guys will be just fine. So well done, you've made it.